Shalom. First and foremost, on the all praise, on the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect. And the 1/3 remnant out there listening and doing this work with all faith and sincerity, scattered amongst the nations on the four corners of the earth. To you, I say Shalom, Lord willing, this video is edifying. And it's going to be sitting around these tweets from Lil Duval. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He a comedian, and clearly he's a insider for pushing you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans could get the MOTB, which will probably, more than likely be linked to the CBDC. All right. And I'm going to read a couple tweets, and, a lot of our people are just set up, especially in, people who are highly esteemed in this world, who Esau give all these followers and attention to. You see them on TV shows and movies and, whatnot. But they're really, they're there to mislead you, right? As we're about to get into. So, it's a tweet from him, and it says, I got a couple tweets. It says, right now y'all saying fuck that microchip, but eventually you gonna get it just like everything else you swore you would never do. And that's a halfway true. Because a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to receive this mark, okay? Because you simply have no faith, okay? Our people is, you could argue, completely, have completely abandoned the idea of the Most High. Save the elect. Even these guys who know they're Israelites and, swear that they all about the Lord and his commandments. A lot of them don't even believe. They're just using these scriptures for their own private gain. Right? For whatever they may have invested in the world, they use the truth to pretty much get them closer to their objectives, right? Because they know that this knowledge and wisdom is needed and very attractive for our people, right? Because this is what we've been missing. Eventually, you won't have a choice but to get the chip, because you won't be able to compete with the competition in whatever you need to get the money. And he's pretty much telling you everything to come, right? Because that's facts. You won't be, he's going to completely isolate you from society if you don't partake in this ritual. Okay, and that's gonna break a lot of you people, especially who aren't preparing themselves mentally. You so adamantly going against the idea of the MOTB being that RFID, right? CBDC. That it's gonna be to your own downfall, because when it does come, you're gonna be fully persuaded that it's not to your detriment, because you've been going against it. You've been so conditioned to go against, this doctrine, that when it comes, you're going to take it. Okay? It'll be like trying to live in today's time without a cell phone, which is also true, because the cell phone is going to be directly linked to that RFID. Okay. And best believe anything digital, anything that you can access digitally, you're gonna need that implantation device to access it. If they can convince half the country into getting the juice in less than a year, they can convince you into wanting a microchip inside of you, right? And he's laughing about it because it's true. There's humor in truth, okay? And a lot of these comments, a lot of them talk shit and, oh, well, this and the third. Matter of fact, let's see. I think they blew their opportunity. All these people are gainsaying it. But guess what? He's absolutely on point. Because they only pushed that juice half of the pretty much they only pushed it half of the potential that they could have pushed it. Okay, they threaten you with getting fired and all that. And a lot of places didn't even go through with it. And you still did it. So how much more with his final step? Because this is going to be this next move is going to be the thing, man. This is going to be it. Okay. A lot of you guys are, fighting it, but pretty soon it's going to reveal itself in guys like this, a low-level nigga like Lil Duval, a comedian, a jokester, a clown, understands where this is going. But a lot of you guys who know who you are, okay, you understand a lot of the scriptures in the Bible, you can't understand that this is part of prophecy. It's mind-boggling. Pride is a hell of a drug. I know I'm getting the chip in my brain, but I'm going to wait till the first batch of people die first. And that's a nigga's mentality and perception of life. Okay, that's how niggas think. Okay. And niggas like this are really, outside of the men of Yahweh Shema Shah, primarily found here in Great Millstone, starring on down with the apostles and elders, of Great Millstone. We told you that these things will be happening. Even these low-level guys is telling you where it's going. But then you got men who call themselves generals, captains, high priests, elders, and whatnot. They can't even tell you. They completely disregard, where all of this is going. They ignore all the signs. Why? Because pride is a hell of a drug. This is Proverbs 24:12. Don't excuse yourself by saying, look, we didn't know. It's in the NLT, Proverbs 24:12 in the NLT. Look, we didn't know, for God understands all your hearts and he sees you. See? You won't have that excuse. All these videos that are done, all these different avenues, all these different resources you have to figure this information out. What the fuck will make you want to even implant something like that in you in the first place? Has to be a demon. But a lot of Jake is going to try to use this as an excuse. Well, I didn't know Bishop Nathaniel said that it's sin, and so I know it's sin, so I know I didn't go off by doing this. And a lot of you guys are going to get condemned, because the proof is in the pudding, right? It's pretty evident, okay? It's not hard to see. For the Most High understands all your hearts and he sees you. He who guards your soul knows you knew. Woo! So the Lord knows that you knew. He knows that you seen a GMS video and you scoffed and you scorned, you ignored it. It may have registered to you, but then you listened to some guy who don't know the 100% truth, and now you look up, you got a chip in your hand or in your head, right? The Lord know, because the Lord said that this gospel shall be taught to the ends of the earth. This gospel isn't just you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, or those of you scattered amongst the four corners of the earth, or the Israelites. It's prophecy as well. You know, the identity of Esau, Edom. Okay. And also, what is this great temptation to come upon the earth, to try the earth? What is this mark, right? It's been revealed. You have no excuses. A lot of you niggas try to say that it ain't been revealed that, or it ain't been revealed yet. It's an embargo. It's spiritual. You niggas don't know shit. Okay? And you proud. He will repay all people as their actions deserve. So if you ignore it, he's going to ignore you in your time of trouble. You niggas that go out there and think that shit is sweet, okay? You think that... My question to you guys is this. What if a guy does have a chip and he comes up to your camp? Are you going to tell him that he has a possibility of being saved? He wants to join, but the guy got a brain chip. You going to open up the door for him? You know? And through the Spirit, a lot of these things are going to start to happen, because as this thing rolls out, it's going to be popular and a lot of Jake is going to take it. And what are you niggas going to do? What are you niggas going to do, man? Are you going to still say we bug outs, we rapists, we all this bullshit that y'all want to slander us with? This is Jeremiah 5:26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait. As he that set the snares, they set a trap, they catch men. And that's what this dude, Lil Duval, is doing, right? He going back saying things, oh, well, I know y'all gonna get it. They convince y'all to get that juice. You know, you ain't gonna have a choice. He's trying to really fearmonger you into it through the disguise, through the covering of comedy. But he's telling truths, right? This guy's an insider, clearly, right? And he probably already got it, because obviously he knows something that a lot of you niggas don't know. He knows something that we know. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. See, that's that deception. Well, y'all gonna get it anyway. Y'all saying it's gonna be trying to like live without a smartphone and da-da-da-da-da. Trying to scare you, pretty much trying to make you feel stupid, right? And pretty soon, when these technologies come out and they're pushed mainstreams, they gonna shame you. Oh, what? You ain't got the RFID 2.0? Just like it is with a cell phone. Somebody come up to you with an iPhone, 5. They look at you crazy. Same thing. If you ain't got that RFID, NFC, CBDC, MOTB, they gonna look at you crazy, man. You're gonna be outcasted. And eventually they're gonna hunt, those of us who choose to reject this form of oppression. Okay? And this surveillance. Them, I can't really pronounce the word surveillance. You know what I'm trying to say. If you reject that, he's going to come after you. Therefore, they are become great and waxing rich. And that's what these guys do. They go out there and they tell you these things because, they're profiting off of it. Lil Duval wouldn't be saying this shit if he wasn't getting a check for it. He has a big enough following. They probably promised him, hey, you push this technology in, on the on the other side of the chip, you're going to be somebody. You're going to actually be a funny comedian, because this guy ain't funny. He's lame. That's why these dudes sell out, because they're nobodies, right? They are waxing fat, they shine gay, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. Just like our people were used to push out that juice, he's going to use our people to push out that RFID. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge, okay? Because they consider themselves before all. Our people, the majority of our people do not at all consider the Lord. They don't consider the wickedness, and they don't consider the end. Because at the end of the day, you guys are going to get dealt with. Whether you believe Esau is your God or you believe Yahweh Hashem Shai is your power, really it don't matter, because the Lord is true, and at the end it's going to be shown that. This is Deuteronomy 32:20. He said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom there is no faith. See, they're proud. See? And he trusts in Esau Edom. Okay, he thinks shit is a game. He thinks Esau's going to reign for forever. All right? He thinks very lowly of himself. So he sold out. He don't have faith. And a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to be right along with him. Okay, he has a decent-sized fan base and following. That's what, look, almost 1 million followers on Twitter. A lot of people are running through these tweets that he's doing. And he's been doing it for a minute. But guess what? He's going to continue to do it. And he's going to get more and more. He's going to garnish more and more attention for it. Don't be surprised if Esau props him up to be somebody of value. And a lot of you people are going to follow in his actions. And with that, I give all praise and the glory to Yahweh Hashem El Shai, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash, Wa Abba Babal, and DTA.